Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi. I'm using Aqua Cast again. I kind of like this stuff. And it's in my trusty Pringles can, because it's just much easier than that big pot I had. So I've got 250 in there, grams, and then I'm going to be putting in 100 and something water. Now, I did use the Idiot's Guide again, and it's not quite right. I measured it properly, unless of course my scales are completely wonky donkey, which is quite possible. They're only a cheap set. So I'm putting in the water and I just go over. I think it's just by 2 mils. I can't remember now. But I'm mixing it up and it feels thin, too thin. So I end up having to add a little bit more. Which really it needed more anyway, because this pot is actually quite deceiving. And yeah, I chucked it at myself again because I'm a scruff. Now, one thing I did forget to do was clean out my Pringles can before I started, so it already got some Aqua Cast in it, dried up. And as I was mixing it, it was peeling off the side of the cup, the Pringles can, and which is fine because I needed the extra weight. And as you'll see, I have to add more. But instead of weighing out more, I cheated. And it worked out really well. I mean, you can see that there's loads of bubbles forming when I'm pouring it. But yeah, waste not, want not. So yeah, sticking a bit more in, and it's starting to get where I need it to be now. Because it's supposed to be like double cream, thick cream. Definitely not single cream, because that was too runny. I mean, it says you can actually add more water or less water depending on how thick you want it, but I'm trying not to mess it up. Yeah, I did say that. Because obviously I haven't got enough. And while I'm trying to find my ResinCrete die, which is in a little, well, I say little, in a stand beside me, I'm trying to tap the pot at the same time to try and bring some bubbles up. Then I'm forgetting to tap it, Jesus. Now, this blue one's never been used, because I don't actually use colours much. I like to paint my stuff. So I thought I really shouldn't really start using them, seeing I've got all this Aqua Cast now. So I'm just making like a marbly effect, not mixing it in too much. I seem to have more dye on the spoon than I have anywhere else. Now, I fill this up, no problem. But going to fill the lid up, which, my God, weighs a ton. I'm not kidding either. It actually weighs very heavy. I didn't realise it'd take so much. So I haven't got enough in here. And as you can see, most of the colour has gone into the pot, so the top is going to be lighter, which I'm not bothered about. I like that. But now I'm thinking, there's not enough in that, and that means I've got to either mix some up or cheat. So I cheat. If you was with me in the last Aqua Cast one, you saw my pot of, I want to say crap, so I'm going to say crap. My pot of crap. All the leftover bits, and I decide, yeah, that'll do, donkey. So I put a little bit more blue in there just to give it a bit more of a colour. Yeah, that didn't work. Of course it didn't work. It's only on the bottom, not the top. And I'm trying to multitask again by tapping and mixing. That's not working because my brain couldn't do two things at once. So I chuck all this lot in, that's not enough, not to get it to the top. And I don't want to disturb the colour too much, so I'm just stabbing at it. And yeah, I need to add some more. I put my hand around it so I don't chuck it all over the table, because I haven't got time to be picking that up to put it back in again. Because this stuff does go off quite quickly for this turtle there, because I'm quite slow, especially with stuff I don't know what I'm doing with. I mean, it's not hard to work this stuff, but when the measurements aren't right, it's a bit, what do I do now? You can see all the bubbles coming up because I've put all that stuff in. And did you know that you can use a flame on it? I accidentally torched it like I would resin. And it got rid of bubbles. Well, the surface bubbles anyway. I obviously hadn't tapped the pot enough, or the lid enough, because there are a fair few bubbles. But you can easily get rid of them while it's still in its curing stage. This was an absolute horror to take off. If you've got bad hands, I don't recommend this mould at all. It was from Temu. Yeah, I don't recommend it. It's not very soft and squishy. It is hard as rock to peel. I mean, it could be because it's a brand new mould and I've never used it before. Well, I say brand new, I've had it ages. I've just not used it. And I'm trying to shove this down it to try and get some air in it. And of course, you can't use washing up liquid and water down this because it's not resin. So I think I actually snapped a bit in there. I'm not sure if it was that or it's just because it's bubbly. But oh my days, it took ages. This is sped up, by the way. You won't believe it, but it's actually sped up. And I'm struggling. But once I'd got it off, that bit, then it were just perfect. It came off straight away. Just getting that last bit up off the top. But yeah, that killed my hand. And I'm thinking, oh God, I've got to take the pot out yet. So that's the bit that's fell off the table. It's not actually attached to this bit. And it's nice, don't get me wrong. I've got lots of bubbles. That's completely me. But I can file that down. That's what I'm doing. I'm showing you how to file. Because you don't know how to file. Really. I'm an idiot. But I'm thinking of doing something tedious with those lines. So I will start doing the tedious, but then I'll just jump to the pictures, because you don't need to be sitting there watching me just doing tedious bits. I must admit though, it was relaxing. And now this, it's a case of getting it to roll down. And once you've got it to roll, then all's good. But it's getting that roll. And my word, my hands are like, oh, I'm gonna die. This is painful. I can't cope. What am I gonna do? So I finally got it unrolled. And once you got it past that bit, it's a case of just, and out it pops. So it's quite easy to pull out. And look, just twist it and done. Now, I couldn't make my mind up whether I'd got holes inside or not. Now, depending on what time of day it is, depends on whether I can see straight or not. So it looked like holes, but it also could have been ink bits, not ink bits, ResinCrete bits. But then I put my hand in and I'm trying to feel my fingers. Now, I haven't got much feeling in the ends of my fingers. My little finger on my right hand's the best one. So eventually I go around with that one. And I'm actually showing you while I'm talking and you can't see me. Oh dear. I use my nail file just to get rid of some of them holes. You can see I'm trying to feel inside and I can't feel whether they're holes or not. So I still don't know. I still can't make my mind up. I'll have a look in daylight, I think, because I can't tell. It's just, is it a hole? Is it the ResinCrete dye? Or what is it? So yeah, a little bit more smudging round with my nail file just to get rid of some more little holes. Just to make it look like it's not supposed to be there. And while it's not cured completely, it's a good, it does work well. Now, I'm looking at it thinking, yes, that does work well. I like it. But I've got to do something here. There's another hole. So I get my nail file in again. A trusty little nail file. They're actually no good for nails. I've used them on all sorts. So, they're now craft tools. But look at that. Peekaboo. And there, look. That's my glasses. My thick bottom glasses, because I'm blind as a bat. And I'm just scraping around to get rid of the majority of the bubbles. I can't get rid of all of them because some of them are quite deep. So, there I am again, look. Peeking. Good job my nose is not on camera because that's massive. So, I'm going all the way around, giving it a good scratch around with this nail file because it's got a little bit of a wonk on bottom. Yes, I said wonk before anybody says anything. Because I bent it trying to do something else crafty. I can't remember what, but yeah. And I'm nearly there now. And then what I'll do is I'll get to wipe over and it'll be all not perfect, but it's nearly there. I'm thinking of maybe putting a candle in this because it's a nice pot. It's a really nice pot. And because it's got a lid on, I don't really want to be shoving pens in it. So I'm getting my wax. I'm not going to do the bottoms of the lid or the bottom of the pot because I want it to cure properly. I'm only waxing it just because I want to see what it looks like. Yeah, and because I want to do something else with it too. Now, this is just an old flannel. Yes, you will see little pink bits everywhere. I'll blow them away. That's fine. I need one of them makeup brush pad things. My cat is being an idiot behind me. All this room and they've got to play in my craft stuff. So I'm doing it all, giving it a good rub over. Put too much on, to be fair, and then I end up having to wipe it off with the other bit of flannel. And it's really bringing up that colour. I really like it. But it's still, I mean, look at that. I chucked a great blob in there. And then I forgot I'm leaning on the desk and the camera's on the desk. So it's all bouncy. So I'm apologising for that. And I end up having to give it a really good wipe over because I've just chucked loads on. I'm so heavy-handed, it's unreal. But it's looking rather smashing. Now, that bit, yeah, it definitely needs something. It's just, yeah, I'm going to get my silver pen out and I'm going to be really tedious and go over every single line. And it was so much fun. How sad is that? So yeah, I get a good rub over because I put way too much on. And my memberships are now back up and running. I finally got my ID. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, you nearly saw my face then. Oh my word, that would have been scary. For you lot. So if anybody would like to rejoin or join, the button is down below. It'll come up in a minute on the blurb. But yeah, I go through every single line, every single one, because I'm that sad. But I'm glad I did, because I think it really sets it off. It's quite pretty. I might have to do this in resin. I think that'd be a nice thing. What do you think? Should I do it in resin? And what colour should I choose? Let me know what you think in the comments, because I can't make my mind up. Shocker. Oh, there you go, look. That's the bit that's telling you they've got my memberships back. And there'll be another blurb after this that tells you about discount codes and how much I've got on certain ones. So, you know, grab yourself a discount. This hobby is expensive. Save your money, save some money. And it helps me just as much as it helps you. At no extra cost to you. I'm going to take some photos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
In a world of shadows, light does sing. Goth unicorn with a blackened wing. Happy she dances under